I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2, and this is part 1 of what I seen on Tumo. I don't know how old it is, so just bear with the rant, and if you don't want to watch it, don't. This also is clearly not for children. There will be some filth, flying filth being said in all 3 parts of these videos, so therefore you have been warned. Your PSA is announced, and now it's time to do this. Alright, so I was watching Tumo News online, and I'm just thumbing through videos just to kill some time for the day, because it is Friday, all before I went to go see Resident Evil, the final chapter. Good movie, by the way. I'll do a review. Anyway, so apparently people have gone gun crazy, and apparently they have been accidentally getting killed by their own weapon or shooting themselves. And I haven't figured out what the hell the big concept is, but this is a plastic weapon. Still dangerous in the right hands, because if you take those little plastic BB thingies or those little dart things and pop somebody in the eye, you could really do some damn damage. It might not put their eye out, but it'll sure as hell give them enough pain to make them wish that they had their eye out. So as a demonstration, I'm not going to shoot myself in the eye. I'm just showing you that this, if I can hold it, is a toy. I don't have a real gun, so I'm not going to flash you guys a real gun, but that goes into my next segment of the next video. But anyway, so they showed the things about how people were getting killed by their own guns or accidentally discharging. A guy who was a cop who knew better, who shot himself in the leg or the stomach in the elevator with his wife. That was one that was very interesting. I'm like, yo, you are a trained cop. I am a soldier. You clear every weapon before you go anywhere with it. They did one with a 9-year-old girl. That one touched me because, I don't think kids of any age should have access to any firearm whatsoever. My hand's like this because this is how you're supposed to correctly engage a weapon outside of the trigger wall. This is incorrect. This is correct. When you're going to shoot the gun, the hand goes in, the safety goes off, you pull the trigger, somebody's going to have a bad day. Now, being that this is a toy gun, you have no worries of dangers of me shooting myself or anything like that. But they have described on this damn thing that people have accidentally shot themselves or shot someone else trying to clear a weapon or whatever. And the one that really touched me was the 16-year-old girl whose friend wanted her to touch the gun and she refused to touch the gun. He took out the clip and didn't clear the gun and shot her dead in the chest, which she later died at the hospital from her injury. She was reported a week or 2 before she died, saving some children from drowning. So that was kind of a really bad twist of karma there. And, her young life has been taken. So basically what I'm saying, 1, only licensed professionals should be allowed to carry weapons. If you have to carry or own a weapon, you should have a license. You should be forced to have a license. It should be mandatory by law. And handguns especially, because handguns are the most likely to be used on an accidental killing. How I'm holding this toy gun is completely improper if it had a clip, because this is how you hand the weapon, but this is not how you handle the weapon. You want to handle the weapon away and down, fully extended if necessary. When you drop the clip, you want to put the clip down. You want to click back, release the bullet, should pop right out. And once the cartridge is expended, then you can reload that cartridge into that clip, and you put this in a little box. And you put that clip in the same box, and then you lock the box away from the range of children or idiots who have no business touching firearms in the first place. Lots of young people have lost their lives due to ignorance, and there should not be any reason on earth for a teenager, an adolescent, a preteen, nobody under 18, and hell, some 18-year-olds shouldn't be presented with a firearm of any kind. And if you're a gun enthusiast or a hunter and you have been supervised and trained from a young age, that's a different story as long as you have been trained by the right people. But if you are the wrong person and you are trained by the right person, you can become an idiot at the drop of a hat. There should be more stronger gun control rules and laws and everything. And I don't give a damn about the NRA. I'm not a member of them, but they should be the main ones enforcing these things. I'm not saying you don't have the right to have a weapon. I'm saying you need to have training if you're going to have a weapon. I'm a fucking former soldier of the United States military. I don't like guns. I have a bow and arrow. And even those things can kill people by accident. But the difference is you can take the arrow tip off. If you're not using the arrow tips, you can take them off before you load them in the quiver. And if you're just using it for archery, you can still take them off before you load them in the quiver. And you should keep them as well as any weapon of mass destruction. You should keep it out of the range of children. No child should ever be caught holding a firearm of any kind in any way, shape, or form. You should never do that with a gun. You should never do this. They did say that somebody was playing with a rifle and they shot themselves. Then they said that these two kids, an 11-year-old boy and his older brother or the younger brother, one of them had a rifle and shot himself in the chin. Probably completely disfigured himself for the rest of his life. Which, again, kids should never be unsupervised in the presence of firearms. If there's a firearm in the house, if at all possible, it should be way out of the reach of children. Way out of the reach of children. I'm really short. I'm only 5'3" and a half if you want to count that half. And a weapon should not be accessible for anybody under the height of 5'1". It shouldn't be. Most kids are 4'11" at best. Maybe 4'10", maybe just south of 5 feet. But, still, a weapon is a weapon. A handgun or a rifle can be deadly in the wrong hands. So I'm saying in closing that if you have any weapons, put the safety blocker or the trigger guard inside this trigger wall. That way that the child can't squeeze the trigger. And that way also that it prevents accidental deaths in the family. And another note, if you are having a child that is being bullied, then you definitely need to look out for the warning signs. They come home and they're not, you'll understand the change in attitude and they're not receptive. They may be exceptionally nice to you. You might want to approach the subject well. Alright? Me being a bully victim in school all my life, I will not be ashamed to tell my child, yeah, I was bullied in school. I was bullied every day damn near in school from fucking the 1st grade to the 12th grade. There was not really too many days that I didn't have some bully issue while I was in school. You need to be honest with your children, and if you were bullied, you need to tell them. If you were being bullied, I would advise you to tell them something else. It is never okay to bully anyone, and it is never okay to be bullied by someone. So, as a matter of fact, I would say you should probably tell your kid the truth, and maybe they're paying for your karma, and you probably don't want to be the guy that's the child that's being bullied by someone who was just like you when you were in school. Because then you kind of realize, that's your sin that they're paying for, because karma does not discriminate. And, as I tell people all the time, the mistakes you make in your past, your children do pay for. You might not believe in karma, and you might not be superstitious. I'm not superstitious, but I'm not stupid. Shit happens. I was bullied in school. But the funny thing about that, and I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to end this video. All my bullies would never face me in the streets. I know Kung Fu. Apparently they knew I knew Kung Fu. And a bully at school is really a bitch by himself. I have confronted a couple of my bullies in certain stores around here where when they didn't have backup, they had tears in their eyes. You all know who the hell you are. I'm grown and I'm ready for you if you want to get stupid. I'm James Williams Jr., just Kung Fu Havoc number 2. And for my bullies, if you still want to get stupid, I haven't moved out of town. I'm not real hard to find. Just look down. I'm still short too. And though the doctors have said I shouldn't do Kung Fu, don't mean I won't. I'm James Williams Jr., this is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you.